I have seen You're Cordially Invited. The movie stars Reese Witherspoon, whose sister is getting married. She's a reality show producer who works for like a Netflix like company. She works on a show called Is It Dead, where people try to guess if an animal that's in the studio is dead or alive. That comes into play later. Her sister is getting married, and they are going to have the wedding on this idyllic island paradise, and they book their wedding. Will Ferrell plays a dad whose daughter is getting married, and he books the wedding on the same day. When he books it, the woman taking his reservation dies just as she's writing it down. So the pen runs out of ink. He's writing down his reservation, which leads to then the two parties coming to the island, which can only accommodate one wedding, and on the same date, June 1st. How will this crazy misstep happen? How will the hijinks occur? How will two weddings happen at once? Initially, the two families meet. There's all sorts of conflict. Will Ferrell Will Ferrell just plays an idiot. His wife passed away. He's very overly protective of his daughter for this reason. We meet him where he's baking a cake and making cookies in an apron. He just seems like a real wimpified Will Ferrell. Like I miss him from other movies in which he's a complete a-hole. I don't know. In Anchorman, I love when he's an a-hole. Him as sort of a simpy, wimpy guy doesn't work. It doesn't work. And they do try to force some kind of romance between Reese Witherspoon and Will Ferrell. And though May December romances in movies are, not, they're kind of common, Will Ferrell seems way too old. Reese Witherspoon is, she looks young and hot, and Will Ferrell's, I think, too old for her. I'm sorry. Even I think this. Okay. This is on Amazon Prime. It's a premiere. It was number 6 in America yesterday when it came out. And I was one of the people that helped get it to that position, whatever the hell that means. Look, You're Cordially Invited is a streaming movie that, yes, you can fold laundry while you watch it. You can keep it on in the background. If you walk out of the room for 10 minutes, you won't miss anything. The plot is very easy to follow. We read an article a couple weeks ago on Versus where they talked about Netflix wants you to express the plot out loud so people don't have to watch the movie. They can literally have the movie on in the background and, like a radio play, understand what's going on. There is a funny thing that pays off later where Will Ferrell is wrestling an alligator. He thinks it's dead, but because Reese Witherspoon's character, worked on this TV show called Is It Dead, she knows it's not dead, and she gets her arm chomped by the alligator. Jack McBrayer is in it. He plays the guy that runs the hotel. A lot of little cameos by people that I didn't recognize. I don't know. It's innocuous. It's a 5 out of 10 at best. It's a keep it on in the background movie. But if this came to theaters, it would just be a bad romantic comedy. But it's a movie also that checks a lot of boxes. And it's not overly woke. It's just a not funny movie with Will Ferrell and Reese Witherspoon. Can't recommend it. But, if you already have Prime Video, you can just watch it. A lot of people, what's weird is a lot of people don't even know that they have Prime. Like when you pay to get free shipping from Amazon, you get Prime. So many of the Prime users don't know that wait, I have Prime. Yes, you're paying for it. It's why you pay Amazon to get the free shipping. You get this movies. So, not anything to write home about, but it's also not horribly offensive. you know, it's a like I say, it's a 5 out of 10. And you know, I'd say also it's 2 hours. Should have been 90 minutes, would have been a lot better, but they try to shoehorn in all these plot lines to make sure you get your representation. So there you go. I do like Rory Scovel, who plays a bit part in it. He's kind of a dick, and I like him. I've always liked his comedy. He's you'll recognize him when you see a Rory Scovel. But yeah, it's just whatever. Alan, you dodged a bullet by not watching this movie.
Oh yeah. No, is it Prime or is it Netflix?
Amazon Prime.
Okay.
I just did a whole rant on Amazon.
I know, but I think you initially said it was on Netflix.
Well, it's like a Netflix. I compared it to the Netflix, that article. Anyways.
Yeah.
So I don't, this is a pass for me.